Hi, welcome back to Gooey.AI. I'm Ambika. We are now looking at how to add speech recognition and translation to our Gooey Copilot. Here we've been building a health copilot that focuses on hypertension and BP. So we've got our little LLM prompt running, and we've got a language model running, and we've also added the WHO guidelines for pharmacological intervention for hypertension. Woof, that was quite a long title. So we've got all of this stuff running, but what if we wanted our Copilot to be able to uh, access voice notes from the user and respond back to that? So there are two parts to this. First is that the voice note has to reach the Copilot. So you use, say, a WhatsApp voice note or any other tool, and it allows the speech recognition allows the translation of that uh, audio note to text, and the LLM deciphers an answer based on that text. And then the second part could be very well used and may have lots of use cases across for many people, is to translate. So which means that, say, I am doing a agriculture bot in, say, northern India, where Hindi is much more prominent than English. I should be able to send a voice note, or the user should be able to send a voice note in Hindi, and the response should come back in Hindi. LLMs are not able to sometimes recognize other languages as well as English, so the translation piece is really, really helpful here. So we'll start off with first checking yes to this capability of speech recognition and translation. Here you'll notice that there's a fair number of options. You can filter by languages, and then you can also do a translate to and from English. So I'll just for now not do translate. I'm just going to ask a question which I will base around the PDF, which says recommendation of drug classes to be used as first line agent. And I will ask this in English, and let's see if the LLM is able to understand the voice note and respond. So it's very simple. Now that we've activated speech recognition, we go into the message section here, click on this little clip, and it should open up an audio button here. Once I hit record, it'll record what I'm saying. You can already see it's registering my voice, and I'm going to ask a question, and it'll be, what is your recommendation on drug classes to be used as first line agents, right? So I'll record here. What is your recommendation for drug classes as first line agents? Stop the recording. It should have come in here. What is your recommendation for drug classes as first line agents? And I will hit the tick mark. Once it's uploaded, I'll send it. Now this is much easier once you've done a deploy, but for the moment, since we're just testing, we'll continue using it here. So we've sent the question. The Copilot has understood it, and it says here, what is your recommendation for drug classes as first line agents? And it's able to then look through and give these answers, referring to page 24, which is where we were on page 23, but here on 24 you might find more information, and it gives you these names, thiazide and thiazide like agent, and the other two options as well. So you can see that here. Now this was easy enough. Now we will ask not this question, but the question that we asked on the top, which was around assessments for hypertensive patients and cardiac disease, and we'll ask it in Hindi. But for that, we first need to add the translation. So we'll add translate here, right? And then we can choose which model we want to use for translate. I think Google Translate's already here, and the translation language we want is Hindi, right? And then I'll ask my question here again, open the clip, add audio, hit record, and I'll say, हृदय रोगी को हाइपरटेंशन के कौन से टेस्ट कराने चाहिए और उनको क्या ध्यान रखना चाहिए. So I just asked what are the tests that a cardiac patient should be getting, and what are the things that they need to take care of. So hopefully now this works. I'll send it across now to the Copilot. So you can see it's already done the translation, and it's going to respond back to me in Hindi. So it's giving me a Hindi response, and you can see it's referring back to page 21 and 22, which we saw early on when we were doing our knowledge base video that it was doing the same for this as well. So here you have it. This is how you add speech recognition and translation. We'll do our next video on adding text to speech, which will allow the user to listen back in their language and not have to type out the answer. Thanks. See you in the next one.